So we're going to open a hole on this board by using a pipe tool. Let's start with creating a pipe. Let's determine the thickness here. I'm going to go to my inputs here in the channel box and look at this pipe. Well, again, 20 subdivisions, very high resolution. Let me turn on let me highlight the wireframe here. Yeah, very high resolution. We don't want that much, so let's get this down to let's get down to 10, and delete the faces we don't need. So I'm going to delete these faces. We only need that guide. Object mode, select pivot point is like it's not on the center, so let's center the pivot. Let's select this little ring here and snap to, let's put snap to point. Enabling snap to point, we'll go on the middle mouse button and just snap it over there just to align it with the surface. I'm going to go to my top view and let's turn off the snap and move this over here and scale it. So I'm just going to eyeball it. I'm just put it in the middle of this rectangle. So this is going to be my hole. Now what we need to do is to count, since we're going to start adjusting, we're going to start to like adjust the geometry according to this this ring here. This ring has a lot more subdivisions than what we have here. So what we need to do is select the board and start drawing out more edges to help our geometry to match. We have to match it. So I'm going to go ahead and insert an edge loop. Insert one over here. Let's start with the very basic ones. So let's start having edge loops here, and a couple of them over here. So this is good enough. We might have to add or subtract later on. I haven't counted it precisely yet. I'm just gonna select all these faces and delete them. So what I end up having is these two pieces of geometry which we need to combine. Select them and combine. So now what we need to do is to rebuild this area. We could use the append to polygon tool and start rebuilding this area. So click on this edge, click on the edge across, and enter. G to repeat that command. Click on this edge, click on the edge that we want to connect to, press enter. The same. I'm going to repeat this for the ones that I'm absolutely sure I'm going to connect. This didn't work, so I'm going to do it again. So append. Sometimes you have to be very accurate how you select. So here we have a little bit of a problem. We have two, I didn't count it correctly. We have 1, 2 edges, and then we have to eliminate at least one. So what we're gonna do is append. We don't know, we can't actually append really, because if I go and do it, I can only get this part. Then I have to close this triangle. If this happens, we will need to do some cleanup. It's So I'm holding down the G, actually clicking on the G key to repeat the command. So G. Okay. So since we have this, we just need to eliminate these edges just to get our quads back. So delete. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have five-sided polygons here, and what I need to do is, again, like I did before, go to my split polygon tool and just bring add more edges over here. That way we're cleaning up the geometry. I click on the G key anytime I want to repeat the command, and then enter. So G to repeat the command, drag the point. The point stops on the corner over here. Stops on these corners, so we want to stop it over here. Make sure it's like snapped all the way up to that corner. Click on the final edge here, and just click enter. If I press 3, then I have a very clean hole. So this is how we build clean holes, or how we open clean holes on geometry that is on polygon geometry that we want to extrude later on. And notice that I've been working only on a flat piece of geometry because it's easier to open a hole on a flat sheet than later on just on an extruded part, because if this was extruded, then we would have to repeat this from both sides and extrude, and then we'll have a lot of messy geometry. So in the next lesson I'm going to show how we can actually repeat this on the board.